FDC intends to engage in comprehensive stakeholder consultations to assess the situation and gather insights. We want to know, because we haven't got all the information. The party's National Executive Committee will be summoned. It's not only me and my colleagues, but the whole party will be summoned to deliberate on our strategies and the best way forward, including a thorough review of our future participation in the elections. That means we three cannot decide for the party. It is the party. We have structures of the party, the National Executive and the National Delegates Conference, that can direct us what to do or not what to do. Finally, we call upon all Ugandans to turn out in big numbers tomorrow, the 4th, February 2026, for sub-county and division council elections. Much as we know that these elections don't mean a lot. We know what is going to happen. My colleagues have already talked what has happened. But don't give up. Particularly you, the Fourth Estate, please follow up, because what you get out may help us. In the event, for example, a Ugandan goes to court or comes up with something different. Therefore, come in big numbers tomorrow, 4th February 2026, for subsequent and division council elections. Vote FDC candidates. And I want to emphasize this. You have not tested other parties. You tested DP, you tested UPC, when some of you were very young, and remember. But you have not tested other parties to know how they can manage this country. And FDC is one of those parties, if given a chance, that they can make a difference. So please, come up and support our candidates, mayors, councillors. All of these need your help. What those, what they have eaten, the money they have splashed. And I remember splashed a lot of money. You eat that one, but now at least at that lower level, be decent. Eat that money, but go and vote the right person in the right office. Because the lower structures mean a lot to us. This is crucial for grassroots mobilization and service delivery. Let's get the numbers. I know it will be tough. FDC commits itself to support our candidates in these remaining elections. So please don't let them down, those who vote from this area. Don't let us down as we are let down. I have a clear belief, because I have known all the candidates who stood. From President Museveni, because I worked with him for a long time. When we were in UPM, you should remember, the founding members. All those that have become the presidents and leaders of this country, we still believe that Nandala Mafabi has a chance to lead this country. And to give him that chance, please be involved in these lower level structures. LC1, LC2, LC3 councillors. We need those. And as you have heard from my president, we are going to move in the field, start afresh, to make sure that we are not caught unaware. With this, I thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
No problem. Remember the fourth estate. So I'm going to talk to them about the general report and the Munya but the FDC, band of official principal, presidential candidate from the Ugendo watandika ngari munya achikomwenda kwao kumekezana kama ukumana yakapemba zabo bona yanziza nero kumesia yesu manyito kuno wali mengeri nyingi na kutuliza otwe mwane kwa tutafika tele kwa nyo kwa zabo nabo banyu makaruka abanyesha bakita bakamba nabo batupa nabo tubamutasa atomenya n'abasaba nabo le pasente bampa le pasente siyani yini mukimanyi nembo n'abantu banyu balona nyo omukamiri mala bakajja gambo lingire mu kitundu muno ngenda kupa ebi bafomu ngo mukimanyi akalukano harimo budde harimo engulirira enguliriro obukola koti gy'embawade sente za NRM yajja mu gavumenti mu treasury negabira mu kyalo gapesa mu kyalo kimu ogenda okubbako katute miliyoni ziyita miliyoni emu ate miliyoni nnyingi ezo mu kyalo mulimu abantu nga 2 ekwasa kikulaga nti omuntu yafuna sente ziyita mutwalo ng'abiri soka ate okunaku olwasembayo kulwala egenti waffe babawange emitwalo 5 egenti yawe polling station baali basatu emitwalo 15 ate buli village tebateekamu sente zekukiasatu tulaba alema asatu akola mobilization ate zino zona zatandika okuzuuka mu village zaffe okutandika nga 28 mpaka sente zebatese mu kalunga kikulaga electoral commission yawe tikyasobola omukama tasobola kubanga amateeka gagamba akalunga tulina okuteeka musente kikugiririza kikulaga nti gamukama tasobola ye kati gamukama naye yafuka wainare kale mugamba ekyamaani wa electoral commission tasaana owadde akatomumanya kubanga yalaba tebagenda mu maaso basirikale bamagye bapoliisi bapurezone biso bonna bababyalo batambula era kikulaga nti ebyali plan okufiira ddala kunaku olwasooka omukama yatulimba alesa ebyuma byebaita bvvk mashini ezigenda okugyawo abantu okuba akalulu zigenda okoledwa baisaawe muyokumakya ebyuma ekyolegedda twateekamu miliyoni zitesanvula dola biliyoni 48 ebigaana okukola kati kusaawa 2 ne bagamba abantu batikinga buti baita bamuseregesa abantu ne batikinga nebukede saa bagenda okweranya obulungu bamaze okudoosa n'ebitundu emiwaffe usanganga presiding officer batikinga ne bateekamu kikulaga omutekano waka singa Museveni president wa Uganda mutuufu wabanga awanise enguzi emukama kati singa ali firing squad oba singa ali lwaki atwala sente n'alimba na Uganda ebima nagenda asikawo akitikimu bululu kuteeka mu bokisi nga webayagala ekasese bababudde wa emekanya mubabba ekala moja ibalewo ate okulaga nti yafuna ensango mubule ekikola kumpewo naye mwenyini yagambye yali alina okufuna kinaana kati bwabanga yali alina okufuna kinaana lwaki akkirizayo electoral commission nafuna ensango n'abeera kiraka naye yamuba naye tekikola byeterekto commission yakulibwa nga tutandika omukulonda okunominatinga bakandidate olaba bakandidate 17 opposition abajjamu ani abajjamu electoral commission secondary secretary agani ayengayo nominator agani naye ekiseera ekyo abantu abo bali ku mmeeza naawe n'okkiriza lwaki otwala ekiseera nokumaanogamba ekikola kati obubbi era embuzi esinga eri mu electoral commission ekikola bavuga munetimi abantu abatakiriza okubeera n'emiganda era kyo okulonda kwabadde tekwabadde kulonda kwabadde ekintu kyokuteekawo gambe tenarem Museveni abasigale mu so gambe tokumala kikulaga bako tebirimu ne ripooti yapeeyo ya Goodluck African Union yabuuza lukotulo amagye abantu human rights tubakkiriza sibogereza tubakkiriza opposition tukiza kutambula abantu mubasiba kitulagenda ngenda okulonda kutwali nabo bana tugenda bwena mu maaso okufaananawo nanda yafe internet ne bagijjako oba ogamba oti gwoli okukola kyokola kyomumazi lwaki ojamu lwaki okukwata abantu abali lwaki butta abantu lwaki okuba abatiyagaasi emundu kukosala nafe kukabeeka amugateeyo kagadi kamoto batukwatiyagaasi nebakuba amasasi emotoka zafe atambulira wasu omusomo abantu bebamuleetera sente zamusonda bakozesa okukola batulaomutalike eteekero tulinde esibe ligenda kulinya emisolo ligenda kulinya embeera egenda kubeera bii n'obumu tugenda kwayo bino byenjogera ntimanyi bwenakisoma byenmanyi nti byenjogerako ntimanyi era n'ebizaso mwalaba sintuufu bakozanga bizaso gumu ebintu byanwalabanga kino kifuuse military operation abantu bagamba tebalonda tetumanyi tebagamba naye abamundu bano bagamba obadde otugenda okulonda drugs zimanyiko batugambayabo tumanyi bagenda kubawa yesi mukubamu ebyo otugamba ebyo byokulonda byavamu ikiriza da bakino obubi bwali mukulonda mu etumukiriza nambe kupata bagenda mukooti banagenda mu parliamentary gavumenti abantu bawakanya byavaamu kugenda kubawo sapoti yabamulyango ngamukamono gwetumanyi eita kyamanoita komisioni gyebateeka empewo bagigiryewo bantu empewo mugumire ekatonalamu amama mbabazi election yakumbira ab'omukaaga yagenda mu kooti supreme court negamba bakole reform bazikoleko tebazikola lwaki obazimanyi obazikola tujjakubakwata etteeka ligamba bwobanga obululu wansi wataano balina okubakommission babala ba NRM nebobeera bwa opposition tebakkiriza ekikulagaddamuwo abantu bebakwata abantu balebeemubakwata mubate omusango gwaliwaliwagala kuyitawo noyitawo mumiriyo ate bwabasirira kimubate nabagana bafaamu obapate kyo bapate kimubate lwaki obaganira omusango byokululwo enaesikujja kwamukwana bakatola kinyange yafuna tugenda kuzimba pate yaffe twetegekera national base conference yakubiraa ekisigale fe tuli lugende kukolagana naabo bagaliza banauganda oba mudembe endungi gwenesi waffe nungi watali efeere wandikiza abantu fena zesamwana kunokubeera wano era tukusaba wananonga kwayo tugenda kusaba balirira ebintu bulujjudde lwakijja mwakola ne magana amakonferensi justice iberemu twagala okulaba justice ebeera bannayuganda ate aba FDC tugenda kulwana paka n'alamu uganda eri uganda nabwekyogendeko kiseera kino kyengenda okukola genda kusomesa bayibuli nekola atala okusoma mwebale nnyo okumpuliriza One Uganda,
One people.
2001, we went to court as Reformer General with Dr. Kiza Besigye as our flag bearer. As a political organization, 2006, we went to court. Justice was not served on us. And from that time going forward, we said we will never go to Museveni-led court. Because the outcome is obvious. So we do not want to do anything in futility as an organization. And so my presidential candidate is right, fold his arms and said, we are laying all the evidence bare. We've taken this to the court of public opinion, and we shall start from there. So we do not want to indulge in the business of wasting time and giving false hope to Ugandans. No, that is not our DNA. So wait for what we shall do other than going to a court that is appointed by the same government that has stolen the election.
in short, this is also a court. The public is a what? A court. So we're in the public court.
I participated in the campaigns with the Right Honorable Nandala Mafabi everywhere he went in Bukisu. Everywhere he went in Karamoja. Everywhere he went in Tesu. Parts of Kusoka, parts of the north. And clearly, the level of enthusiasm was through the roof, especially in his native Bukisu. Name it, whether you were in South Bukisu or in North Bukisu. In fact, the second last engagement here is when people walked from Budadiri. They were not paid to do that. All the way through Simukona, ending up in Soronko town in the night without relenting. Thousands of people turned up. And you want me to believe that those people were paid to do that? We didn't pay them to do that. The president cited the homecoming here. That cricket ground was full of people. Ask Byabakama where those votes went. So there was fraud here. Reckless fraud. Just to try to annihilate the name of Nandala Mafabi in Bukisu. You can't remove it. You can't. Whatever tricks you want to use to attempt this, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in Teso. Time for these crooks will come to an end when they no longer have power. And that is our determination. We won't surrender our country. We will not. We'll continue the push. And as I said, whether we are in government or not, it will happen.
That's why we said there was no election. We have made everything. Why would the security be involved? This one should be able to, because I've told you why. And all of you know it. But we're just trying to fear. And the good thing, if you don't, and let me tell you also the members of the conference. If they see you, if you are somewhere and are killing somebody, and they don't report, you are also treated as a murderer. So if you don't report the right things because of yourself, you'll be treated as a part of the original. So be careful. Prophet of doom, how? Let me ask you a question. You have no money in your pocket. You are staying in the matana. Won't you need the food? So where will you get it? I'm just giving an example. I'm not a prophet of doom. If you have no job, you need food, you need where to sleep, you need water, you need clothes. What will you do if you don't have and you are energetic? And the people I'm talking about are the youth who are even more energetic than Honorable Jackson. Wait, you see, I'm not a prophet of God. I studied. That's why I say I come here with a plan to create jobs so that crime goes on. You even study. I want to tell you, all the crimes which are created basically because of. Are you telling us we are better off? The economy of Uganda is not in the hands of Uganda, it is in the hands of foreigners. So when you talk about economic growth, it is not growing in Uganda. I think we are trying to play where I know most. It's not in Uganda, it is with the foreigners. So when the economic growth is not within the citizens, that means the citizens are in the poor state. Now, what will they say? They will try to survive for the fittest. What are these? I am energetic, I need food. It is there, I will grab it. So I'm not a prophet. This is simple analysis. Now you pick money and treasure. You bring it to the electoral commission. This money not backed up with production. Now I'm coming back. The moment there are sources which have left the system without backed up production, then that means you have put more money of supply, cash supply in the market. Yeah? And when there is more money in supply without backed up production, that means there will be a lot of money. Now you have one question. No, why are you asking a question? You know, there will be a lot of money for few goods.
But also the 72% was premeditated. Sometimes you members of the 40th estate, you are not observant. If you looked at the campaign of candidate Museveni, throughout the campaign they were flashing figures. 12 million. It went up to 13 million. Not to prepare the minds of Ugandans about what was about to come. How would they have predicted that when the vote was not cast? So they had to work towards that 72%. And with all these flaws here, you know, the power of incumbency, the real criminality that happened within the electoral process, the one-sided electoral commission, you would really not be proud about this 72%. We have put our case before the public, where the 72% comes, and it's really upon now Museveni to challenge what we are saying. It's upon him and his NRM.
They are going to lose hope. If I have nothing I can lose, it's only, what is it? My life which I can put there and have, because I've lost it. People over there, they will do dangerous things. So I have begun and lost hope. Yes, I lost hope. It's only remaining a small turning point. Just a small spark. I want to tell you, get prepared. Get prepared. I want to tell all the Ugandans to get prepared. A spark is about the right. Statistics shows the youth are more than what? The old men and the old women. And of this, 70% everybody have no jobs. In the university which lives of every percentage, only those who got jobs are 13%. I don't know if you have done the research. That means 87 have no jobs. In the current state, 86% depend on 14% for medical, for food, for education, for what. So that means we are in a disparate state. And this needs a diagnostic analysis. That's why we're saying we need to reboot the country. You need to reboot. Do you know how to reboot? Have you ever seen a computer? When it stops running, you switch off, then start afresh. This country needs rebooting. If you don't reboot, you are in. I am talking about this with knowledge. My manifesto, become a PM. I have told you what I'm going to do. Preach, teach the Bible, teach the Quran. That's what I'm going to do. Do they pay people who teach Bibles and the Quran? No. So I'm not looking for a job. So for me, I am here. You will get me everywhere. If you go to my car, you will get a Quran, you will get a what? Bible. I am actually worried here. One time he was telling me the Bible, the Quran says you should marry 4 women. I said, let us read it. And he came back and agreed with me. There is nowhere where the Quran says you marry 4 women. The Quran says, if you cannot manage orphans, marry second what? Wife. Let me tell you, when a man dies, the children are not orphans. It's when a mother dies, when the children become what? Orphans. So when does the children become orphans? When the mother has what? Died. Now, they say marry second one now, because they have died. So when again you have the second one, then again they die, you cannot manage the orphans, marry the third one. Then when they also die, you marry the fourth one. But a man to kill 4 women, he must be the third one. Yes? Who is that one to stay after killing 4 women? So by then, that's why I told you, you are interpreting it, what? Okay. But I know where he was. I can also teach him where to go and look for where he is. So, I am here to teach the Quran and what? OPM, Prime Minister, I was a leader of opposition. That was the right. Yeah, I was there. I have been in the politics of Uganda for 25 years. Yes. I would rather give you advice, but I think since you have said my manifesto is good, let them appoint you so that you go and get it.